if I had to guess what I think is going to happen, barring natural disasters or any extreme world conflict that becomes nuclear, what's going to happen is we're going to have some sort of a connection through online communication that literally allows people to look inside each other's heads.
Yeah, that's what I think. I've thought that.
Do you think the same way?
Oh, fuck yeah, man. I've thought that. I've thought it's the ultimate. It's, yeah, what it is it allows you to experience another person's consciousness.
Yes, exactly. It allows you to even be inside another person's mind.
Yeah.
You know, and then we all can link up as one mind. And that's not... that's not nearly as difficult as it sounds when you think about what we've already been able to do. The fact that we can send video through the fucking sky. You know, when I was in Australia, my wife was sending me pictures of the baby, and she sends me pictures of the baby, and I get them in a second. Blip, blip.
Right.
Images, photos, video. It's fucking craziness, man. The idea behind it is insane. You can send a fucking picture, and somehow or another it goes through these... Where does it go? It goes through the air, and then eventually it hits some fucking metal box that's got electricity, and it sends it to the other side of the fucking planet in a second. Through the ocean and over the sky. How the fuck is it even getting there?
Yeah.
Who knows? I have no idea, but I know it was there. Bink! And that, to me, is way crazier than the ability to experience someone else's consciousness. You experience your consciousness, right? You tune into your own consciousness.
Yep.
You're there. You're inside your head. How do we know it's not just a simple frequency? Like it just you tune into it, and your mind and my mind lock up together and become one consciousness.
Well, that's a funny moment too. That because what would happen is that as this technology began to spread, it would, start off in a laboratory where one scientist would merge minds with another scientist, and that would change their lives forever. Just merging minds with one person in a real way is going to forever change you, because you'll know how similar you are to someone else. You'll know if maybe you're completely different. Maybe this person is actually happy, and your whole life you've been lying about being happy to yourself, and suddenly you feel someone who's really happy, and you're like, oh shit, that's what it feels like. That's what real happiness feels like. And then you know how to become happy yourself. So what would happen is it would spread from the laboratory. It would spread out. But eventually, people would rise up against it. They'd be like, don't plug into the mind. If you plug into the mind, you won't want to come back. You won't be able to come back to your life. People would fight it. It would be a form of suicide. Because after you've experienced consciousness at the scale of like the merged minds of like 15 million people, how are you going to come back to your one little mind? It would just turn into these pods of people.
You'd be like, just get out of my head, you freaks. I got to go beat off.
No,
what are you going to do? You're going to beat off into the hive mind?
Fuck yeah, the sex. There'd be huge orgies online. It would probably be like just some massive orgasm. Because like, also think of the learning. So, okay, I don't know how to do like jujitsu, but I merge consciousness with someone who's an expert at it, and suddenly I'm like, learn everything that they know about it. Everyone would instantaneously gain the information of everyone else.
Whoa. Everyone
would become experts simultaneously, and that would create like a surge forward in evolution. I think that's that fucking singularity McKenna's talking about. Everybody's like, the computers are gonna crush us. It's like, no, that's not what it is. We're just gonna merge with them. We're gonna become part of a electronic web of consciousness. And the moment everyone becomes an expert, that's the moment that with our minds together, that's when you create the time machine, or that's when you create teleportation, or that's when you create some new form of life.
It seems like it's inevitable.
Inevitable, and it is inevitable. You said this to me once, Brian, about the human brain. You said it's input output. It's like all we have to do is figure out what the fucking output is of this electricity up in your brain. Understand how that works. Figure out a way to input that into a machine where it can decode it. And then you've got it. Then you have electronic telepathy, and they're already verging on. They're already sort of learning how to identify certain like patterns in the brain. You know how like they can show someone, they can do a brain scan on someone and show them a picture of a room and tell if they've been in that room or not. Do you know about that?
Yeah.
So it's like that's
pretty crazy, isn't it?
It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up if you want to try to get away with something.
It's incredible.
Yeah. Like
you've been in here before. You're like, no, I haven't.
Never seen it before. Yeah. No, you definitely have. Like, we can tell. It's just, the next step is, okay, well, can we extract images from a person's mind? Can we start?
We've talked about this before.
Yeah,
images and video. Yeah, they've already done this.
So then that's it, man. Then
it's very crude right now, but you know, obviously,
still looks pretty good. It looks kind of like if you were to blow up an old cell phone video from 1991 or something like that and blow it up big.
So yeah, it's inevitable. So then the next step, of course, is going to be like, you know, perfecting that technology, and then the next step is going to be like, okay, so I know that when someone's feeling happiness, then this is the part of his brain that gets activated. So now all I've got to do is like record that activated part of his brain, play that video back inside someone's brain, figure out a way to stimulate someone else's brain with that same activity, and boom. Instead of fucking, there'll be emotional records. You know what I mean? Instead of like record players, there'll be like these emotional devices where it'll be like, the feelings of a summer day.
I don't even know if we're going to get that indulgent, man. If we all link up, I think the link up is probably going to be before the recording. I think the link up is probably going to come first. I'm hoping it doesn't just become a self-indulgent wine fest. People get together and
they'll be recording,
drink and watch people experience breakups.
Ooh, a terrible breakup.
It's all memories of breakups. They go through it on purpose. Oh my God, I went through the worst breakup last night.
Dude,
my husband came home. It's not your husband. It's his fucking thing. Okay, but in the program, my husband came home. We had 4 children together. We were struggling, and he was running off to Mexico with his secretary, and I was devastated. And he said, "Let the kids starve. I don't give a fuck." And he left me. It was horrible. And he hit me. And he fucked me, and then he left me.
People will write reviews of him.
People, if that was like a real memory, people would cry, and they would go, "Oh my God, you want a good cry? You have to try this."
And you'll start when there'd be like award shows for best breakups and you know, best.
Wasn't there a movie about this where like
of course there was.
There was like underground tapes of it and shit. Well, yeah, I think it's going to, it's definitely going to get to that place. I can't wait, man.
Well, the idea, if you can see something, okay, if you look at something and then that registers as an image and you can see that image on a computer, what about your imagination? What about, is it possible to see, I mean, you're not seeing anything, but what's being registered when you are having a visual experience in a dream? What exactly, where is that registering?
Right.
It's registering in your imagination, I guess. Is there a frequency that can be tuned into, just like it is with that image when you see it from the eyes? Is there a frequency that can be tuned into?
Yeah, it must be.
Must be, right?
It's got to be. I mean, it's definitely something's happening. There's some biochemical reaction that's happening that's producing the effect of you watching fucking Werewolf 69.
It's all boiled down to we're just gonna slowly break down the matter of reality itself. That's what we're at right now. You know, McKenna described what's going to happen with the exponential increase in technology, that it's like a funnel, and that if you spin a quarter around the lip of the funnel, it takes a long time to go around in a circle. But as it gets lower and lower in the funnel, it picks up speed and goes faster and faster and faster. And that's really what it's like. It takes just a millisecond to make a full revolution now, whereas before it was years.
Yeah, it's going to be, and we're experiencing the very, very beginning of that. And it's weird how a lot of that is like coming out in like the form of cell phones.
Do you think that that's too convenient?
What?
That the world is going to change and the reality itself is going to change during the time of your life? Do you ever stop and think that, wow, maybe this is a work of fiction?